So I'm in the art studio and I decided to go through all my art stuff and have a bit of a cull because I just don't know how much room I'm going to have. Now these are some portfolios and some larger canvases which I'm going to keep, so I'm not going to go through those. But the rest of my art is in these two boxes and in this bag. So it's not actually that much stuff. I did actually film this video earlier. I did it the wrong way, so I'm redoing it again. And what I have managed to do is completely empty this bag. I've managed to salvage loads of bubble wrap. And I've got a whole bag of stuff here, which is going to go to the charity shop. So I've got loads of canvases I did, which I've decided I just don't want to keep, because I don't really like working on canvas anyway. I was a bit unsure about this. But, you know, I've just got to be ruthless. And what I do also have, is there's the only one left, is these paintings in these sort of deep frames. I've kept this one because this one is actually going to go into an exhibition next month. But I just want to show you that one as an example. But the rest of them, the frames, are going to go to the charity shop. I just don't think they're that good a quality, to be honest. And the paintings I had in them, I'm keeping, if I can find them. Yeah, down here. Like, I've emptied this box and I've managed to get a whole bag load of stuff in there. So these are the thin wooden paintings that I had, which I just glued in the middle. So I'm going to paint over these ones, and then what I'm going to do is just frame them up in just a much nicer way. Maybe like a float mount. Here's Coco. So yeah, some of these I don't particularly like anymore. And I've had them for 10 years. I made them whilst I was at Crowgy, to be honest. They've been in exhibitions, and I just think, you know what, if they've not sold and they're just sitting around in a box, what is the point in keeping them unless I really like them? Like, I really like this one. This is one that was something else. I've painted over it. I really like this one. I know it's terrible light because it's dark now. But basically what I've done is I've gone through this box and I've just had a really good cull. So, for instance, this is a painting I did years ago. Like, before I went to uni, I did a lot of stuff in this sort of style. And I'm not going to paint over it, but I'm not really sure what to do with it either. I've got a few more down here. Oh, this is a pin-up one. And the pink. So it's all sort of like, I was inspired by a lot of tattoo stuff. It's an old landscape. And then here I've got some more frame stuff that I want to keep, or frames that I want to repurpose with some new artwork. But yeah, I'm really pleased that I went through it all, because I just think, what is the point in keeping it if it's just going to sit in a box? And then in this one, which is, it's actually chock-a-block full, is fabrics I've got, because I want to do some more sewing. So I've got sewing, my sewing stuff in here, my records, and all my sketchbooks. The other thing I had as well, what have I done with that? I had these really large pieces of paper, probably like the size of this top of this box. And then in the middle I'd have this stuck to it, like a landscape piece. But the paper had all buckled. There's terrible light down here. So the paper had all buckled. And I still really like the work. So what I've done is I've just cut them out. Yeah, can you see the details there? So these are all mixed media pieces. So yeah, so now I can store these just inside a sketchbook, because before they were on some like a mount board and they were wrapped up. and they were taking up loads of space. And the other thing I had was loads of prints that I'd done at uni. If I can find one. Here. And this is like an abstract landscape. And I had absolutely loads of these. So what I've decided to do is just save one. And unfortunately, I've just put the other stuff in the recycling. Because, you know, I've just got to be ruthless. But yeah, so that's it basically. Just learning to let go of stuff. Because, you know, there's only so much I can take when I'm not going to have an art studio. So,